Hello MUHSD. Before I get into what this video is about, I want to once again say thank you for adapting to the very difficult circumstance this pandemic has created for all of us. From classified staff keeping everything running smoothly, as smoothly as possible, to certificated staff delivering instruction and support to the very best of your ability. And for all of our students, the sense of loss and frustration is fully understood. The vast majority of you have approached this with a can-do attitude, and your resilience and perseverance has shined. Thank you. I also want to thank our parents and community members for their support during this very difficult time. As you all know, the one thing that has been constant in this crisis has been reacting to changing information. Again, we find ourselves adapting to new information, but this time it's a welcome change, as our county has improved its data to a point where we can plan for in-person instruction. Yesterday, our county numbers began meeting the criteria needed to move up the scale from purple to red. If the numbers hold or continue to improve over the next 2 weeks, the county will officially move into the red. 2 weeks after that, if we are still in the red, we will be able to begin opening campuses to students. To put it more succinctly, we are 4 weeks out from transitioning back to schools with students in person. We just need the trend to continue. Now, in order to give families an in-person option, we must act while the county is in the red. If we do not take advantage of this window of opportunity and our county moves back to the purple in January following holiday gatherings, it is likely we would be on distance learning for another 3 months. However, if we move back to in-person instruction and then the county moves into the purple, we get to stay with in-person instruction, and we play by a different set of rules. This decision is about what's best for our students, and everyone agrees that they need to be back at school. Some have adapted to distance learning and are doing well. However, the data shows that many are struggling with engagement issues, lack of productivity, social emotional issues, and most alarmingly, a dramatic increase in D's and F's. And certainly that's not a surprise. To help us prepare for transitioning back, a survey has gone out this week asking families what their preference is for their child for the remainder of the year. On-site instruction with normal schedules and limited days per week, or continuing with distance learning. You might recall we did a similar survey back in July when we were planning to begin the school year in a hybrid model. The data from that survey showed our community was split, 50-50. Today, with 25% of families responding, we are at 70-30 in favor of returning to school. That's an almost 50% increase in those families wanting in-person instruction. We must act now and do what is best for our students. The data could not be more clear. I want to be clear that transitioning back to in-person isn't as easy as flipping a switch. It's very involved. And because some students would remain on distance learning, it would require a new master schedule created at all sites, or at least heavily adjusted. That means teachers and schedules are likely to change. The transition would also need to occur at a time when there's a natural reset, like at the end of a grading period. The schedule would need to be modified, like AB, a schedule where students come to school every other day, or possibly, actually, probably, an ABC schedule where students get a 2-day break between school visits. That decision would depend on the social distancing guidelines at the time. What does this mean for staff? Most teachers that are at home for health reasons, that's 12% of our staff, will continue on distance learning. At least we will request this, and I'm sure your union will agree. The remainder of staff are at home for various childcare issues. And because our elementary schools will be doing the same as MUHSD or something similar, this issue will mostly be resolved. I have heard the message from staff loud and clear. Mr. Peterson, do whatever you have to get our students back. Union leadership has shared similar sentiments. We are on our way to doing just that. The board will be voting on a plan during a special meeting in the next few days, and I want to be transparent with everyone and give everyone a heads up in case you want your opinion heard. Please keep your eyes open for that agenda. I remind everyone, our county is finally in this position because we have responded to the call of following the precautions. But it's important to remember that even as things get better, we cannot ease up. Masks on at work, stay 6 feet apart, and constantly wash your hands. It was important I share this new development in the most personal way possible. After the board takes action, I will be available to every site on a Zoom meeting to take questions, both for classified and certificated. I will also do a coffee with the soup, much like we did in the summer, for the community on Facebook Live. It is time, folks. It is time to return to learn in person. Stay strong and safe. We are MUHSD. Have a great day.